Muito boa tarde a todo mundo. Como vocês estão? Como vocês estão? Deixa eu abrir aqui o chat aqui, calma aí. Aí. Oi, Playoff, como você tá? Boa tarde. Tudo bom? Tão bom assim, você, como você tá? Enfim, hoje a gente vai estar dando continuidade lá ao L.A Noire, né? As próximas semanas vão ser só L.A Noire aqui no YouTube, né? Eu quero encerrar esse jogo. É um jogo que é antigo, né? É um jogo antigo que eu tô gostando e é uma experiência muito diferente, porque é um jogo da Rockstar, onde a gente é o cara bonzinho da história, né? Não que os outros também a gente não sejam, né? Os caras bonzinhos na narrativa que a Rockstar criou, mas é a primeira vez que a gente é um policial, né? Na pele de um policial, então tem o seu valor. É o único jogo até agora da Rockstar que é nesse ambiente assim. Parou de live na Twitch? Não parei não, cara. É só. Eu só botei live no YouTube no final de semana porque eu quero logo atingir monetização. Mas não parei de fazer live na Twitch não, cara. E eu avisei isso lá no Discord. É... Enfim. Então vamos. Chega de enrolação. Eu tô bem atrasado pra fazer essa live, né? Peço perdão. É porque eu marquei de almoçar com a minha família. Almoçar não, jantar, né? Porque eu queria jantar. Pra realmente não interromper o horário de live, né? Então eu quis botar pra janta, né? Jogar pra jantar fora pra não interromper o horário de live, mas acabou que não deu, tive que almoçar fora. Aí eu demorei. Aí cheguei agora há pouco em casa. Então, peço perdão por causa desse atraso. Mas hoje vai até mais 8. A gente deve ir até mais 8 horas, só pra compensar, né? Deve ir até mais 8 horas. Normalmente eu termino aqui as lives no YouTube às 6, né? Pra compensar, a gente vai até às 8. Sem nenhum problema. Vai até às 8, sem nenhum probleminha. Tem duas pessoas vendo. Cara, legal, mano. Eu poderia. Eu posso pedir pra você, por favor, não comentar sobre pessoa que tá assistindo, por favor, cara. Assim, é chato. É chato. É chato. Bem chato. Obrigado. É. Enfim. Vou abrir aqui o jogo já. Eu vou abrir aqui já o jogo. Deixa eu arrumar aqui mais coisa. Opa, sem querer abrir aqui a live. Deixa eu dar um F5 aqui. Tá. Beleza. Vou abrir aqui o joguinho. L.A Noire. Tá. Ah, deixa aqui a musiquinha ainda. E aí vai abrir. Nossa, eu tô muito cheio, cara, por causa do almoço. Bastante cheio, cara. Mega chega a doer. Vambora então pra onde a gente parou na live de ontem, né? Ontem teve um probleminha de tradução, mas eu consegui fazer, né, a missão, né? Não sei se vocês lembram. Eu fiz uma missão lá toda, porque a tradução tinha bugado e não traduziu aquela missão inteira. Aí... Aqui já tá tudo traduzido, amém.
Going on?
That son of a bitch Hammond has jammed the door.
And who are you?
Carlo Arcaro, I'm his manager.
I'm his trainer.
Interesting attitude to have towards a victorious athlete.
Victorious? We had an arrangement. We had a goddamn arrangement!
That limey bastard was paid to take a nap. He reneged.
And you were out of pocket?
Damn right. Me and a couple of hundred other people.
Stand aside.
He squeezed out the window. I'll put an APB out on him.
Why would we do that? He won the fight fair and square.
To prevent him from getting clipped. He was paid to flop. There was big money riding on this
So are we
fight.
here because you lost money or because we're investigating a prize-fighting racket?
Very funny. Look around and see what you can find.
Ok.
Which is Hammond's locker?
Over by the pinboard, second from the end.
Ok.
There's a phone number we can run by R&I. Plus a bunch of names and odds. You're not the only one who likes a flutter, Roy.
Eita. Apostar. Aqui é só uma fita. Luva de box.
Hasn't given me anything to go on.
Ali um jornal. Não quero dar uma olhada. Mais uma coisa aqui. Mais uma luva de box.
Circumstantial.
Aqui no banheiro. Não, aqui não é nada. Opa. É só janela aberta só. Nada demais. Vamos aqui pro telefone.
Find that cocksucker and you bring him to me.
I feel bad too, Mickey. He guaranteed me he would take the flop.
I guarantee that you will be fish food if you don't bring me. Roy, you out of pocket too?
Mickey? Seems that way.
Don't worry about it. My boys are out looking for him.
Well, you'd better call them off. This is a police matter now. If anything happens to Hammond, I'll testify that you made threats against him.
Who's the Greyhound? He's a frisky one, isn't he?
Eita.
Phelps? Mickey Cohen.
I know who he is, Roy. I, met his brother-in-law.
Eita. Conheceu o cunhado.
I think you had the mixture pretty scared back there.
Toca o telefone. Aí, pô.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Put it in right now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for the following phone number. AL345.
The address for the phone number is the Hotel L Noire, 6294 Leland Way, Hollywood.
Thank you.
Ok.
You know the place?
Flop house. Quarter a night, no questions asked.
Can you drive to this one?
Do we know where we're going?
Vambora.
You seem to have a pretty cozy relationship with Cohen and Stompanato.
Do I note a hint of reprimand in your tone, Detective? Talking to gangsters comes with the turf. You should try out Mickey's place. He's got a haberdasher's up on Sunset. See if he can get you out of those old man's clothes that you slink around in.
It's a front for his illegal activities.
It is that, but he does carry some very sharp suits.
If it's okay with you, I'll stick with Brooks Brothers.
Yeah, what do you want?
LAPD. We're making inquiries into the whereabouts of an Albert Hammond.
No one here by that name.
You sure?
Sure, I'm sure. This isn't the sort of place where people use their real names. Take a look at the register if you don't believe me.
Eita.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio? Want another commendation?
Vambora.
Okay, so look for prominent Tommies. That should narrow it down.
Skeleton goes
Ingleses famosos. Verônica Lake. Pelo menos parece, pelo menos. Não.
This guy must have escaped the loony bin.
Winston Churchill. Não? O quarto dele, 17?
Winston Churchill.
Aí, pô.
A very patriotic Englishman is staying in room 207.
Winston Churchill.
Bulldog. Even at a flop house, Adley can't get out from his shadow.
Boa tarde, boa noite, boa tarde. Como você tá, presença?
He must be heading home. You know, I hope he makes it.
That crooked son of a bitch? No chance. Looks like he's had a broad up here.
Tô bom que bom.
Does Albert have somebody special? I didn't see anyone in his corner at the fight.
Eita. Tem uma namoradinha. Isso é parte de um ticket, não? De ingresso de cinema.
Has plenty of time on his hands between bouts. Instaheat. Adrian Black's product of choice. Seems like a lifetime ago.
Yeah.
Candy has expensive taste. Albert has his work cut out for him.
Who's Candy?
Candy Edwards, the lady who filled out this coupon. There's this angle if he has a real love interest.
A piteira tem batom.
Let's go after his girl. See if that gets any closer.
Looks like Albert has been doing some homework. 11 grand would be a nice little nest egg.
Eita. Dentadura.
This doesn't pertain to the case.
Tá bom.
Remember the dead lady they found under the train? She solved the case. Booked some barfly for the murder.
Extra! Read all about
You're behind the wheel.
All right, where to? So, you boxed in the Marines?
We all did. Standard training.
I can't imagine you ever played dirty.
The only prize for taking a fall was 1,000 push-ups.
Ok. Nunca dirija, apenas boto meu companheiro pra dirigir.
We need to know which room is Candy's.
Can I help you?
LAPD, ma'am. We're looking for Candy Edwards.
Apartment 7. You take the outside stairs by the parking lot and turn left at the top. You friends of the Italian guy?
Italian guy?
Yeah. Sleazy type? Gave his name as Carlo. I didn't like the look of him, but Candy has some funny friends.
Thanks.
This Candy broad must be as sweet as she sounds.
Por que eu tô correndo?
All these gentlemen callers.
Two peanuts
Peraí.
walking down the street. One was assaulted.
Acho que o mundo tá bugado, eu acho.
Broad has socks in it this year.
it up.
Sounds like we're missing all the fun. Get in there, Phelps.
You know where he's hiding. Now tell me where he is before I cut you.
Tome. Eita porra.
Like hitting women, do you?
We had a goddamn...
This isn't gonna end well for you, friends.
Ele não chuta, só um soco. Tome.
Out cold, but breathing. Give her a minute and take a look around.
Eita, tem uma faca.
Nasty weapon.
All the Italians carry them. A real man uses his fists or a gun.
No outro bolso não tem nada, não? Aqui, pô. Isso.
Carlo here seems to have the same friends as Hammond. What are the odds on them all being bookmakers? She's leaving town.
Tá fazendo as malas.
Not sure this means much. Don't think this is anything. Incidental.
Tá bom.
Single
Beleza de ônibus.
one way. I guess there isn't a lot for Albert in Ohio. Take a seat, Miss Edwards. We have some questions for you to answer.
Look, I haven't done anything wrong.
Ever? I find that pretty hard to believe.
Can you answer some questions now, Miss Edwards?
Sure, I've had worse. I'll shake it off.
Eita. Deixa eu ver aqui. Apostas, telegrama, pedaço de ingresso de cinema, cupom de revista.
We're trying to track down Albert Hammond. We have reason to believe he might be in danger. You know where he is?
No, I don't. I'm over Albert. I haven't seen him.
Ah, tá.
Save it for the suckers, Candy.
Ué?
Albert won big.
Mano, era mentira? Ah, mentira pro ticket da...
You
Ah.
like Flatfoot? I'm done with this burg and all the cheap chiselers who live here.
Do the names Harry, Mervyn, or Ray mean anything to you?
Could be anybody. How the hell would I know?
They're bookmakers, aren't they? Tell me the truth.
How the hell would I know?
Yes.
Albert wrote his winnings down on a notepad in the hotel room. We found the odds in his locker. Who has the betting slips?
That son of a bitch, Albert. Everyone thought he was dumb, including me. But he beat them all.
You're leaving town, Miss Edwards?
Yes, I'm going straight home.
Albert is going home by boat as soon as he collects his winnings. I know you're going to meet him.
Albert is going to collect nothing. He'll be lucky if he can get out of town in one piece.
How will you fare any better? They already believe you're in on it.
Hell, I know you're in on it.
You can think what you want, Buster. I'll take my chances. I got a few errands to run, and then I say adios to this dump.
Do you want to press charges against Arcaro?
Just get him out of here. That's all I want.
Get out, Carlo, you hump. And get rid of that pig sticker. You ever pull that thing on me, I'll shoot you like a dog.
That bitch knows where Hammond is. She knows where my money's gone.
My money too, tough guy. I'll handle this.
Eita.
Good luck, Miss Edwards. I hope things work out for you.
Thank you. It's very kind of you to say so.
Bad people are looking to hurt Candy, and yet she's not heading straight for the train station? I smell a payoff. I say stake her out. See where she goes.
É isso. Nossa, fica até de manhã aí, mano.
Tail this broad. Don't let her get away, but don't get spotted. I'll bring up the car behind you. Vamos seguir. Ai, que saco. É porque eu só atrás do carro. Maniac! Muito bom. Aí foi. Tail this broad. Don't let her get away, but don't get spotted. I'll bring up the car behind you.
Aff, por que tá virando pra trás, mano? Que saco. Ela para e vira pra trás. Aff. Não é pior que toda hora tem que passar pela mesma cutscene. Eu não consigo pular.
Tail this broad. Don't let her get away, but don't get spotted. I'll bring up the car behind you.
Mano, eu tava atrás do carro. Não quero pular. Não quero pular. Eu quero tentar fazer, O jogo já me incentivou a pular essa parte.
Tail this broad. Don't let her get away, but don't get spotted. I'll bring up the car behind you.
Mano, que ódio que essa mina. Aff. Vai sem olho na nuca. Pronto, me escondi atrás do carro. E tem que seguir aquela mulher lá que tá com uma mala vermelha e amarela. Tá de amarelo e tá com aquela mala vermelha. Eu tenho vindo de volta. Ah, eu pensei que ele ia virar pra mim, mano. Mano, essa mulher tá indo. Pior que eu acho que ela parou, mas ela me olhou, mas eu tava tão longe que a missão nem deu feio. Escondi. É só quando ela ouve barulho que é pra me esconder. Aí.
Bookmakers?
Yes. Surprise, surprise.
he the cop?
A blonde woman just came in here.
She went out the back way. Said she was being watched.
How much did she collect?
$3,600. She cleaned me out.
On the Hammond Kid Galahad fight?
You got it. I'm not complaining. We all made a lot of money on that one. Huge plunge on Galahad, and then Hammond knocks the bum out.
So she collected the money and went out through the back door?
Nope. She made a phone call over there, wrote something on a notepad, and then left.
What are you doing? An old intelligence trick from the Marines.
Ah. Ué? Não tem que fazer nada aqui? Ué? É, provavelmente apagou essa mensagem, só que o bagulho tá bugado, o comando tá bugado. Pera aí. Não sei.
No good, Cole. She's gone. Trail's cold. There must be something inside that can give us a lead.
Cara, os comandos estão bugados. Calma aí, eu vou... Já que salvou, eu vou iniciar o game. Os comandos estão bugados. Tipo, eu tô correndo sem apertar o shift. Eu tô segurando o shift pra andar. Os comandos estão bugados. Deixa eu iniciar aqui o jogo. Nossa, tô muito cheio por causa do almoço, gente. Meu Deus. Hum. Vamos ver. Se agora desbuga um pouco. Agora desbugou.
You gonna see your married man again?
Eu já falei com o senhor. É, aqui não tem muita coisa pra fazer não, então. Nesse pe... Tem uma mensagem bugada aqui, mano. Eita! Ah, mano. Pera aí. Eu vou mudar o... Controles. Teclado e mouse. Interagir e atacar. Vou botar... o F. Só pra ver uma coisa. Né? Mesmo se mudar o... Ou então, calma aí. Botar G. Não, então botar... Algum usa J? Não. Tá. Botei FJ. Só pra ver se vai divulgar. Então não sei o que tem que fazer não, cara. Que tem uma... Provavelmente tem uma mensagem aí que tem que passar com um lápis, só que tá bugado. Tá bugado. Eu vou iniciar mais uma vez o jogo pra ver se volta. Iniciar o jogo não, eu vou só entrar e sair do meu save.
Isn't that the cop who solved the big case in Captain Morgan?
Bom, deixa por aí mesmo. Tem que subir aqui? Não. Eu não quero subir sozinho. Que nada, que nada. Mano. Calma aí. Eu vou ver se eu que tô bugado ou é esse mesmo que tem que acontecer. Calma aí. Ah, sério? Nossa. Tá, entendi. Esse que bug é esse? No... Sério, cara? Putz, grila. Tá, eu sei o que tem que fazer, chat. Eu vou ver se consigo fazer aqui agora, né? Deixa eu ver aqui. Eu vi aqui, cara. Porque isso que tá acontecendo é um bug, tá? Na teoria, tinha que pegar o lápis. Só que o lápis fica voltando sozinho. E pra resolver esse bug que eu vi aqui no vídeo, eu preciso deixar o jogo a 30 FPS de novo, né? Puta que pariu. Eu sem querer entrar no modo picture. Ah, da Steam. Calma aí. Pronto. Tirei. Tá. É difícil? Vamos ver aqui, mano. Atualização, arquivos instalados, explorar. Isso. Pera aí. Deixa eu achar aqui, calma aí. Eu não sei qual parte que eu instalei o bagulho pra ver qual que é o arquivo que tem que tirar. Qual dos arquivos, né, que eu tenho que tirar. Não sei se foi aqui. Ah, foi aqui mesmo. Acho que tem esse patch aí, não tem não? Deixa eu ver aqui. Não tem não. Tá, deixa eu ver aqui. Minha internet tá de boa, cara. Eu tô perdendo quadro. Nossa, agora ele tá com um delay do caralho. Deixa eu ver aqui. Nossa, tá com um delay de uns 10 segundos. Eu tava pensando que falar, mas não tem. Vem nada na cabeça. Sem problema, cara. Não tem problema não. Ah, não tá tão com delay assim não. Ah, porra, é jogo que tá bugado. Agora o OBS que deu um pica também. Caralho, foda. Tá, vamos lá aqui. O OBS voltou ao normal. Eu vou deletar esse arquivo. Né? Que é esse arquivo aqui. Vou fazer 60 FPS. Esse. O license. E o readme. Beleza. Agora o jogo deve voltar a 30. Agora o jogo deve voltar a 30. Deixa eu ver aqui. Ah, ele abriu no segundo monitor, cara. Puta que pariu. Deixa eu editar isso aqui, né? Pelo amor de Deus. Pera aí. Oh, meu Deus. Aí foi pro primeiro monitor. Aí cagou tudo de novo. Clica. E aqui vamos no de novo. Pronto. Tá no primeiro monitor de novo. Vamos lá. Deixei o jogo a 30, tá? 30 FPS de novo. Eu vou... Vamos ver se agora vai funcionar. Vai divulgar agora o bagulho. Nossa, 30 FPS é horrível. Meu Deus. Funcionou. Ok.
We know where she's headed. Let's get moving. Can you drive to this one?
Do we know where we're going?
Car 11K, 11 King. Further to your request, Bunko Fraud has 3 known bookmakers operating out of storefronts in the Hollywood area. Thrifty Liquor, 6106 Santa Monica, the Examiner Drugstore, and a Max Spirits at 1658 North Cherokee. KGPL cleared.
Beleza. Salvou aqui, né? Salvou aqui. Agora eu vou iniciar o jogo, eu vou botar o jogo a 60 FPS de novo, tá? Que pelo amor de Deus, esse jogo aí não tem como jogar 30 não. Nossa, pelo amor de Deus. Dá uma diferença do caramba. Aqui tô com os negócios aqui já. Pronto. Onde agora vai? Voltando a 60 FPS nativo. Nativo não, né? Mas, enfim. É o que deveria ser, né? Vambora.
Detectives Phelps and Earl, LAPD.
Relax, Cole. You just have a blonde in here, Mervyn?
Sure did. I'm just about to close up. She took me to the cleaners. 4,000 clams and change.
How long ago did you leave?
Maybe 5 minutes. Called a cab. Asked for a number. I told her there was a card over there by the phone.
Eita, voz de fumante da porra.
Yellow cab. We need to get after her, fast. Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Can you connect me to the Yellow Cab Company, Hollywood 2187?
Faz uma coisa aqui. Pronto.
This is Detective Phelps, LAPD. You dispatched a cab to 1487 Ivar Avenue, Hollywood.
Yes, sir. Sent one round from the pool.
Do you have the number of that cab?
Number 179.
Thanks.
We're done playing around. Get Mervyn to give us an address on Ray's place.
You have any idea who Ray is?
Sugar Ray?
Not now, Mervyn. Cole doesn't have much of a sense of humor at the best of times.
Ray runs a shop up on North Cherokee Avenue, just south of Hollywood Boulevard.
Ok.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Do we know where we're going?
Hammond backed himself to win.
And Candy is picking up the winnings. Smart play.
The question is Candy collecting on Albert's behalf, or is she cheating him too?
Eita, o cara tá de olho já, mano, ali, ó, no retrovisor. Caramba, o cara tá esperto.
That's the cab waiting up ahead. She's not in the car. Don't get too close.
She must be inside.
We're on the move again, Cole. After her. Don't lose that cab. Hammond is over the hill. He's a punching bag for the up-and-comers. He should know his goddamn place.
I think he knows. I think he worked out the place isn't L.A.
He's punchy. His brain's going to mush. Winston Churchill? Give me a break.
Churchill is a fighter, Roy. Hammond didn't just scribble down the first name he could think of.
You got a pretty funny idea of what keeping a low profile means, Phelps.
Hammond is full of himself, being this sure he was gonna win.
That's it. We're spotted. Back off. Back off.
Calma.
That bitch is giving me what I'm owed. That's all I know.
Aí, pô.
Pull over. He's heading inside. I think I just saw Hammond. I'll tail him. You get in there and stay with Candy. Make sure you don't let her see you.
Skeleton goes into a bar and orders a beer and a mop.
She wants a 5-star goddamn wedding.
This guy must have escaped the loony bin.
I think his name is Phelps.
Aonde que eu tá? Hã? Ela gritou Maniac, mas eu não sei onde ela tava.
Pull over. He's heading inside. I think I just saw Hammond. I'll tail him. You get in there and stay with Candy. Make sure you don't let her see you.
Tá ali.
With much to be lost. Where's that goddamn waitress?
Tô vendo ela daqui.
That's that cop. Seems like a decent guy.
He'll never find out.
Tá porra.
Call an ambulance.
Hammond got away.
He said...
Just try and sit still, Candy.
Make
Who
me
shot
pay.
you? Was it Albert?
Car.
Morreu.
They're on the way. I have a patrolman searching the depot. The chief's putting together a manhunt for Hammond. He got the money, right?
Looks like it.
A tough bird, our limey friend. Using his girlfriend as the bag woman and then getting greedy over the split. He won't make it out of town.
That's how you see it?
I told you that cocksucker was a crook.
Arma do crime.
.32 caliber. One shot fired.
O ingresso do cinema.
So, what now? The theater, I guess. We don't have much else to go on.
Vamos pro teatro, então.
Can you drive to this one? Fine. Where are we headed?
Poor girl. She didn't deserve that.
Poor girl. Half the precinct aren't taking a vacation this year because of her. You need to leave town a lot quicker than that if you decide to screw over Mickey C.
This seems like a long shot. Aren't they all?
Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in.
Car 11 King.
Message from the coroner. The cause of death was a knife wound. Repeat, a knife wound. Revolver appears to have belonged to the victim.
Son of a
KGB all clear.
bitch. He stabbed her.
I thought you said real men use their fists, not guns.
That
Eita.
cocksucker. You think he
Não
got
foi
the...
nem a arma que matou.
Come on, Roy. We're bringing this whole tragedy to its conclusion.
Foi uma apunhalada.
Why'd you kill her, Carlo? Your gripe was with me.
She was collecting the money for you. Mickey made it clear it was either me or you, and I intend to keep on living.
She stole those betting slips. She was running out on me.
And you were gonna let her?
No, I let her collect. I set her up, just like she set me up. Just like my manager set me up. Everyone wanted me to take the dive. Everyone wanted me to take the short money. It's for the best.
You were washed up, kid. You couldn't climb, and you were too brave to sink. You were going nowhere.
Maybe, but I had heart. I was a Royal Marine, Carlo. If I lost a fight, it wasn't for lack of trying, and it wasn't for lack of courage. I didn't have much, but I had that.
I did it for you, and that's how you repay me!
You did it for yourself, so did little boy. You did it to make a quick buck, and Candy did it to make her dream come true.
Blah, blah, blah. I've got the money. All I need to do is get rid of you. It's gonna be a shame, kid, but that's business.
We've heard enough, Arcaro. Put down your weapon.
You're making a big mistake, Arcaro.
Calma aí, pô, eu tô me acertando. Matei.
It's time to come out now, Hammond. Put the gun down, Roy.
That son of a bitch owes me a lot of money.
Catch. Escania sails from New York, Hammond. Be on the next train and don't ever come back.
Why?
Because I was a Marine and I once lacked courage. Everyone deserves a second chance. Now beat it.
Fuck you! That English prick is getting away with my money, Phelps!
Né, pô.
Donnelly and the homicide squad send their best, Phelps. They're more than pleased that you wrapped up the Edwards killing. They're a little mystified about the motive. You have any ideas on that?
Crime of passion, sir. Looks like some sort of love triangle between the manager, the fighter, and his girlfriend.
No sign of the scrapper?
No, sir. Looks like he left town after the fight.
Okay. It's homicide's problem now. Good work, gentlemen.
É isso. Mas tem tá daquele bug lá com lápis, deu certo. A cidade pelada?
10 Murata Avenue.
Ah.
Wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
Yeah, the bum took a swipe at me. Put him down myself.
De novo a legenda está bugada. Meu Deus do céu, esse que faltava.
They weren't even his friends
What's
and he
with
still
that getup
confessed.
of yours anyway? I should start introducing us as Detective Earl, and this is my science teacher, Mr. Phelps.
Your interest in my appearance is starting to get me worrying.
Like it or not, we're a dysfunctional couple now. People judge me with you on my arm same way they would a fat broad with a 5 o'clock shadow.
I really hope you're joking, Roy.
You're behind the wheel.
Not 1927. Of course a girl can ask a fella out.
Seem distracted.
We recovered the morphine. Some of it might be unaccounted for, so what? That's life. We did our job.
Closing one case opens another.
Do you have any idea what is really going on while we're wasting our time following this stuff?
Are you going to tell me?
The deals being done right now will change the face of L.A. forever, and we're wasting our time on some hunk.
Someone's little girl.
Visit the morgue at the end of the month when the John and Jane Does are cremated. Their percentages. The odds for and against lightning striking.
Oi, Nami, como você tá? Boa tarde. Eu vou pegar deprê. Por que aconteceu?
Second floor. Apartment 6. In the back.
Thanks.
É pra subir? Nem sei. Falou apartamento 6. Não, é aqui em cima. Minha pessoa queimou. Putz, acontece. Apenas comprei outro. Não tô brincando. 8. 5. É aqui. 7. Ali. É ali.
Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did. Good to see you, Phelps.
You two want a hug? How can we get on with this?
Relax, Rusty.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs. Reynoldson. She called it in.
We heard Carruthers thinks...
Carruthers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills. Falls asleep in the tub. Rest in peace. Case closed.
Here, here. Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Sure. Go right ahead.
Eu vou comprar um notebook mesmo pra gastar quase 2.000 contos. É isso.
Phelps? Mal, we've had a look around. Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs. The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
May I take a look?
Be my guest. Take a closer look at her head and neck.
Her neck is bruised pretty badly.
Ele tomou uma mordida?
Bruising on the forearms and these look like bite marks.
Então.
Very good.
This is her in these photos?
I... Miss Julie was...
É aqui.
Pretty girl like that? Maybe she was having trouble with
Doesn't tell me anything.
She got her heart broken. Couldn't take it anymore. So she ran herself a bath and down some pills, and then she just drifted off.
Ué, o que tem aqui ainda?
I don't know. Miss Julie, she always had so much fire. So much drive. I'm sorry, I did not see very clear.
They're there.
Ah, um anel.
Very unusual ring.
I could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire. The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down, and another held her arm and injected her, and put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
It spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way out and see if you can find the syrettes. It would make my theory.
Morphine would have been very quick.
Boa noite. Oi, Dilo, como você tá? Boa noite.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought syrettes and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
Mais remédio.
Looks like barbiturates. Barbiturates. What else is rattling around in this thing?
Peraí, tem mais coisa? Peraí. Mais coisa. Caramba!
We should speak to a doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
Tô mal, você? Eu tô bem, por que você tá mal? O que acontece?
Quality English smoking jacket. I don't know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
Dias difíceis? Ah, mas vai vir dias melhores. Três fotos.
Beautiful girl. Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
Nada. É tradicional que eles estarem numa cena de crime.
Been a modeling assignment. It's a place to start. This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look.
E uma mensagem. Deixa eu ver a cozinha. Uma concha de feijão. É só rolo de massa.
No good to me.
I'm Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson, I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town. Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr. Henderson, maybe? This is there. I don't know.
If you give the details to the other detectives, ma'am, they can try and get in contact. Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
Deixa eu ver o que ele falou aqui. Não presta atenção. Tá. Eu vou usar duvidando se intuição desse aqui, mas acho que é dúvida. Não, mentira!
What are you hiding here, Mrs. Reynoldson? Julia was obviously disturbed about something.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Sleeping pills? Okay.
She was taking barbiturates. She couldn't sleep. You must have seen them in her room.
We've seen the pill box, the things she hid in there. I don't know how she supported herself. Always new clothes and jewelry. She lived like a movie star. A princess. Does modeling really pay that well?
A vítima... É vida pessoal da vítima.
Did Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
O que ela falou? Eu não sei se eu vou botar, porque aqui, ó. Vou botar que é mentira.
Why are you lying to me, Mrs. Reynoldsson? Julia had men stay here.
I will not speak ill of the dead. You can't prove that.
Bota aqui o... Isso aqui, ó.
That's a terrible
Ué?
insult to Miss Julia.
Era dúvida?
Her memory. She's not even in the ground yet. You should be ashamed.
Pelo amor de Deus.
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
Mrs. Reynoldsson, it seems like there's something you want to tell me.
Pronto.
She was very high-strung. Lovely one moment and screaming at you the next. She wanted it all, and she wanted it damn quick. Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed like she was going to get it. Not the way it's turned out, though, is it?
Thanks, Mrs. Reynoldsson. You've been very helpful. One of the other detectives will take your statement, and then you can go home. Stefan, Rusty, we'll take a look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
You think Carruthers has called it right?
He rarely gets it wrong.
I don't know. I'm a Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle their dope.
Vamos lá.
This guy must have escaped.
You can drive.
Where are we going?
Deixa eu aqui. É porque seria mais fácil se tivesse legenda em português. É porque aqui tá bugado por algum motivo. Ué? Vou entrar no carro não?
You know the way. You can drive.
Bugou.
That's that cop.
Essa missão não tá legendada. Não tá traduzida, né, melhor dizendo.
Brought a tear to my eye.
They're good police.
How would you know? You got promoted so fast you barely had time to learn their names. Let me fill you in. Bukowski's a pushover. Galloway's a drunk.
You could learn a thing or two from both of them.
Please. They couldn't work a vice case if their life depended on it.
I don't see why they'd be any better or worse at it than me.
I notice you said better. Hubris disguised as humility. Kind of your trademark, don't you think?
Why do you always twist everything? Galloway's got nothing to prove. He's been on homicide for years.
And he's welcome to it. You're a terrier, Phelps, and that's what I need. Not some old bulldog who can't get up a flight of stairs without coughing up his lunch.
Acho que é pro elevador. É.
I swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
Yes, sir, your name?
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
Okay.
Your investigation is much more important than my sciatica. I'm just in pain here. Leave me alone.
É o paciente.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
How well did you know Miss Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
Não sei nem qual dica está. O que é que ele falou? Ela fala que é mentira e bota a prescrição que ele botou.
Julia Randall has been your patient for nearly a year. I'm sure you know that.
Do you doubt my veracity, Detective? Do you have access to my patient records?
Yes.
Your prescriptions contradict you, Doctor.
Miss Randall was in the fashion business, as you probably know. She was jumped up on Benzedrine by day and knocked down by sleeping pills at night. I told her to slow up, but no. Life was too short for her.
And you supplied the prescription for the Benzedrine.
It's not illegal, Detective. A lot of young women in her line of work use it for weight loss.
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
I know. Yes.
Benzedrine is addictive, as I'm sure you know, Doctor.
As I warned her, but she was determined. She said she needed it to control her appetite.
Sounds like you knew her pretty well.
I knew the line of work she was involved in.
That'll be all for now, Dr. Stoneman. We'll be in touch.
Agora vamos pro outro local.
The old boy is lying.
About what?
I don't know. He looked relieved when you said she was dead. It's a strange reaction to have for the death of a young patient.
You're behind the wheel.
All right, where to?
Have you noticed how Croakers only pull out the physician-patient privilege card when they got something to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work. And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
Well, hello. What can I help you with today?
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am. We're making some inquiries about Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She was found dead this morning.
Eita, não falou mais nada. Oi, Kobiris, como você tá? Cara, minha legenda ainda tá bugada. A missão passada tava dublada, tava legendada completa em português. Agora essa aí voltou a ficar bugada. Tá, é que não...
How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
de verificar aí. Bom, feição facial tá bem séria, pouca movimentação. Verdade. Okay.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses.
Tá bem que bom.
The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather, these gentlemen are from the LAPD.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here. She's not in any kind of trouble, is she?
She's a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, wonderful company.
That's a lovely engagement ring.
Do you like it? Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look?
É um anel parecido com o dela, será?
That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you.
Tem uma pérola ali.
How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiancé, Henry Arnett.
Ah, tá sério.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about it.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
Sei lá, quando você pergunta assim, quem é ele, já começa a desconfiar, mas ela não muda face, ela tá séria.
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What?
Tadinha.
Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
É, teve que falar, né? Fazer o quê? Já tá chorando já tô ouvindo já barulho de choro. Tadinha.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Any messages?
Yes, Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Please, thank you. Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over.
Olha lá, tá chorando. Tadinha. Ah, dá uma pena, mano.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Do we know where we're going?
Nice move not telling old Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking the big jump till we were half out the door. Very slick.
I figured we'd get more out of her that way.
You're learning, Phelps. We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
Ah, não tá aberto. É pra cá.
That's the guy from the papers. Solved that big case. Cole, Roy, I have some information for you.
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 cigarettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening now.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
The nice thing about ego trips, they don't talk about other people.
Olha só.
Hey, what are you doing?
Hey, fuck you, asshole!
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine. Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door. Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal. And thanks for the lead.
Sure, Mal. Thanks for the lead.
Caralho, esse Roy é uma filha da puta, mano.
I can tell you're lying. Your lips are moving.
That bum took a swipe at me. I put him down with my sack.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
Is anybody making coffee soon?
Essa cara de série dele? Essa cara de série.
And you were close?
Droga! Droga.
Miss Randall's landlady said
A cara dele tava sério, velho.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
Where's the phone?
Deixa eu ver aqui. Ele falou que não tá sabendo de coisa privada da vida da Julia.
Spill it, Henry. You know nothing about a man named Henderson?
Yes, you're right. Henderson, yeah. Very distinguished.
How about a first name, wise guy? An address, maybe?
É, não tem.
I'm sorry, I don't. I think he lives somewhere out of town. Somewhere back east.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
Dúvida, pelo amor de Deus. Ah, tá.
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julia Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved. But like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
Heather told us that you were in fashion.
That's right.
Some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. The Fighting Sixth.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
Okay.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
Okay.
He's in that car at the lights.
He's squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
God damn it. Everyone's looking at us, Cole. Damn it, we got paid. He's off, quick.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
Tô aproximando muito.
That idiot never stepped foot in Okinawa.
Caralho, pisou o pé, hein? Ai, ai. Essas missãozinhas assim de perseguição a longa distância é bem chato. Aí.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio? One another. What are you doing?
Droga. Ele me viu. Ai, de novo essas missãozinhas que o cara tem que ficar. Ai, que ódio. Ele correndo mó torto.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Too much slack. Get closer.
Can't we talk about this? What are you doing?
Aff! Mano, ele parou atrás do nada, não fez nem barulho. Ah, mano. Ô, esse bagulho é chato, cara. Ó, correndo todo torto também.
He needs money and fast. Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him. See how he intends to spend the money. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Ok.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Ah, mano, Ah, mano. Mano, vai pra porra, né? Caralho. Eu quero pular. Dane-se. Vai se fuder. Não, vai ser difícil. Eu pulei, dane-se.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
LAPD, the man who just came in here, he bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City, tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket from Mexico City. Tomorrow night.
That's good. But this is better.
Oh my God. It's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over.
The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
E agora? Atira pro... Tá.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Messages, please.
Yes, Detective. Detectives Bukowski and Galloway request you return to the Hollywood station. They have information in the Julia Randall case.
Any luck with the arrest record check on Jimmy LeBlanc?
Yes, Detective. Jimmy LeBlanc's last arresting officer was Patrolman Fred Wallace. He's posted the Hollywood Knife Beat Sunset Boulevard between Gordon and Wilcox.
Thanks, ma'am.
Tá bom. Vamos estar na delegacia de polícia primeiro?
Can you drive to this one?
Where are we going?
A one-way ticket to Mexico. Old Henry's looking as guilty as a dog next to a pile of dog shit.
What's his motive?
I can think of a few, but I'd put my money south of the belt. One guy plus two dames always equals problems.
Sir, I need the contraband list. Items stolen over the last year.
Hang on, I'll dig out a copy for you. Here you go.
Thanks.
Is the cigarette case on there?
I didn't want to arrest the kid, so I gave him a dusting.
Okay, girls, you stole my cigarette.
Okay, sure.
It's here. Arnett must be out of his mind trying to move this while under a murder cloud. Julia Randall's ring. It's here.
Up your
And the
ring.
engagement ring was purloined. Arnett is a cad.
Aí tem mais coisa?
I didn't come to California to be a secretary.
Mouthpiece first stripped off me at the grand jury. Case
Seems Julia wasn't the first bored society girl to hide her bennies in that pillbox.
Agora foi.
Everybody treats me nice.
Extra, read all about it.
Extra, read all about it. Nossa, deu a volta inteira, mano, da delegacia pegar o carro.
The nerve of some people.
You can drive.
Fine, where are we headed?
Let me guess. You're lost in my eye.
Eita, 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 eita!
Come on, let's give him a hand.
Right behind you, Wallace. Detective Phelps. Wallace, go left. I'm going right after this little prick in the alley.
Let's move. Throw out the guns.
Parece aí, pô.
Down, motherfucker. Give me some goddamn cover.
Ah, ele tá ali.
I'm wide open here.
Matou.
Thanks. Outstanding warrant, armed robbery. Knocked over a drugstore back there, and it looks like he brought his whole posse with him. Bad luck for them.
They're all yours now. We need some information.
Ever heard of a burglar goes by the name of Jimmy LeBlanc?
Sure. I nabbed Jimmy on a burglary beef a couple of years back. They cut through a music shop and into a jewelry store. He got 4 years. I miss his partner, though.
His partner?
Big guy. I had him cornered, and he picked up this huge display case and threw it out a plate glass window. Then he vaulted out of there like something out of Barnum and Bailey.
Got away.
I would have had him, except for LeBlanc yelling, "Run for it, Willie!"
And you think he was an acrobat of some sort?
More like a strongman, a wrestler, or a boxer, that kind of thing.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
You haven't done too badly yourself.
You're behind the wheel.
Do we know where we're going?
760.
You're suggesting LeBlanc is still working with Willie?
A strong man held down Randall while someone administered morphine. Someone with muscle opened up LeBlanc's skull. Could be.
Mrs. Truman and her daughter Margaret.
Okay.
Nice house.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
She is. Would you follow me, sir?
I am Mrs. Eavestrom. How may I help you?
We appear to have recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of course. That terrible burglary. Would you like something to drink?
No, thank you, ma'am. We have some questions, if you don't mind.
Why would I mind, young man? If you are returning 43 pieces of my property.
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria, can you get the detective a drink, please?
Can you describe to us what was stolen?
It would be easier to describe what wasn't stolen, Detective. A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette case that was worth $25,000.
Oh, $25. Aqui tá falando 10 mil. Mentira.
Why are you lying about the value of your jewelry, Mrs. Eavestrom?
Who do you think you are? Making heinous accusations in my own home.
Tá aqui, ó. $10 mil.
We recovered the cigarette case from a pawnbroker. No one knows the real value of an item better than those guys.
I inflated its value for the insurance claim. There. Are you satisfied? My daughter's boyfriend was quite taken with the case. I think he was even more disappointed than I was when it was stolen.
What can you tell us about the burglary?
That terrible night. At least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
É, de ano.
Okay. House when the burglary took place?
Good heavens, no. I was at a social function held by a Dr. Harold Stoneman and his lovely wife. I returned home and all of my things were missing.
That's about it for now, Mrs. Eastrom. The department will get in touch and let you know how you can recover your valuables.
You have only mentioned a few of the items that have been stolen, Detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother.
Detectives.
What is going on?
We'd like to ask exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, mother and father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the things that were stolen, darling.
Well, what did you find?
A sapphire ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out.
Eita, a gente vai levar ela até lá.
America is the lucky country, and California is one of the finest jewels in America's crown. A land warmed by the sun.
We're missing something here. Arnett is obviously arranging the burglaries.
That's my fiance you're making scurrilous accusations about.
And Randall was obviously his partner.
But neither of them are the type to creep apartments.
You're being ridiculous. Both of you. There's a very good explanation for all of this.
Put a sock in it, sister. You're being played for a patsy and you're not even smart enough to see it.
Arranha a pintura de um carro, mas tá tudo bem. Ó o drift. Caralho, onde é esse apartamento, mano?
Are you crazy?
Goddamn drunk drivers!
É foda, viu? Deixa eu ver a sirene. Pronto.
Come on, sister. Let's find out who your fiance really is.
Welcome, sir. I'm sorry, are you a resident?
Help me out.
Concierge will have the apartment number.
LAPD detectives.
Meio
We're here to
difícil.
speak to Henry Arnett.
Oh, Mr. Arnett? Apartment 30. You can take the lift.
Thank you.
Isn't this just nice and awkward?
Eita porra.
Don't kill him, Cole. This guy's our case.
Go on, put your hands in the air. Give it up, LAPD.
Que isso? Ué, alô? O jogo foi pouco, hein? Essa perseguição aqui é foda. A perseguição foda aqui, chat. É isso. Ué? Já foi?
Looks like he got you good, Phelps.
Yeah, he really packs a wallop. How did I get back here?
Under your own steam, miraculously. You came in through the window, said hello, and then keeled over.
How was Arnett?
He's coming around, too. He's all hopped up. Good time to get some answers.
You missing something, Henry? You told Heather you're honeymooning without her? Vacheron Constantine. It's an extremely expensive watch, Henry.
A graduation present from my parents.
Já vi tudo, será? Ah, era só isso, só. Era só isso.
Get his story. Let's see Henry talk his way out of this with Heather in the room.
We know all about the jewelry ring. You and Randall and LeBlanc and Willie doing the legwork.
I'm in the fashion business.
Miss Swanson might be gullible enough to believe your story, Arnett, but I'm not buying. You're involved in a burglary scam, and so is Julia Randall.
I'm a legitimate businessman. I can't speak for Julia.
Why did Reed and LeBlanc kill Julia Randall?
I wanted to stop, to get out of that life. I was going to marry Heather if she had it. Julia told the others that they were out, that she was going to create a new gang.
De novo?
Julia Randall out of your life.
Why would he want that? Julia was our friend.
Julia was his hump, sweetheart. They were the Bonnie and Clyde of society burglars. He met you and realized he didn't have to steal anymore. He could just mooch from you. He needed Julia out of the way.
Julia was insatiable. She didn't care about anyone, not the least me. She was never going to go back to the poverty she came from. I wanted it to stop.
Who is Henderson, and what is his involvement?
Tell them what you know, Henry. I'll stand by you if you'll only tell the truth.
There is no Henderson.
Give it up, Arnett.
Aye.
The gas chamber. Give the judge some reason to commute.
You still don't get it, do you? Julia entrapped everyone. She was so beautiful. So goddamn cool.
Henry Arnett, you are under arrest for burglary and for the murder of Julia Randall.
Henderson is Stoneman, all right? I'm not the guy you want. Go talk to the good doctor.
Oh, we will, knucklehead.
Morrer tudo.
Meanwhile, we're fitting you for convict stripes.
Errei tudo, só botei dúvida. Era tudo mentira, mas eu não sei qual palavra que eu botava.
You know the way. You can drive.
All right, where to?
Pô, esse caso tá longo, hein? Ah, preciso ligar pra alguém pra conseguir informação, eu acho. Não. Ué. Então eu não sei.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Where are we going?
That's that cop.
Vamos com esse pra lá.
I guess the wedding's off. He only robbed her mother and killed her best friend. Cut the guy some slack.
So how does the doctor fit in?
That's what we're about to find out. Maybe we should ask him to give you a quick once-over. That meathead gave you one hell of a pasting.
I've had worse.
You should have seen yourself staggering back in there like a drunken sailor.
Next time you can take the runner, Roy.
I didn't box in the Marines, though, did I?
Should have never told you that.
Ah, você pode ter que...
You're behind the wheel.
Fine, where are we headed?
Peraí, deixa eu ver aqui. Qual que é o protocolo? Ah, tá. Tem que interrogar ele. Tá. Então tem que voltar lá pra polícia. Não. Ué. É voltar aqui mesmo? Interrogue Dr. Stoneman. É, isso aí mesmo. Certo, tá aqui.
Time for the doctor to give us something to make this all better. Hang on a moment, sister. Tell him it's Henry Arnett, and tell him it's urgent.
I can't do that.
Tell him, or I'll charge you with obstruction of justice.
Doctor, I'm afraid Mr. Arnett is here to see you, and he says it's urgent.
Send him in.
I told you never to come.
Tell us the truth, Doctor.
I'm so glad you came. Prison will be better than insanity, and I'm already half insane with grief. Do you know that I loved her? I ruined my life for her, and yet I still love her.
Will you testify in court that Arnett and Randall did these robberies?
They organized the robberies. Julie would get the names of the guests attending my wife's parties. It didn't matter how much money I showered upon her, it was never enough. She never really cared for me.
Doctor, I'm afraid you're under arrest.
É isso.
Oh, the practice. You'll call Dr. Gerard. No. Please don't cry.
Tadinha.
I want to see no one. Not my wife or my children, nor my friends. And I don't want a lawyer. Just lock me up and throw away the key. What have I done?
Cara, esse cara se matou.
Didn't see that coming.
Tadinha da mulher, mano.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
I need an ambulance and the coroner immediately to the offices of Dr. Harold Stoneman, 1646 Ivor Street, Hollywood.
En route, Detective. You have a message. Detective Bukowski says the suspect is named Wilson Willie the Wolf Reed, former wrestler. Last known address is an apartment building at the corner of Hollywood and Vine. Detective Bukowski says to meet them there.
On our way. We have an address for the runner.
Let's try and wrap this up then.
That old boy really fell for that broad.
She was incredible.
Would you throw it all away for a woman?
Life has a way of making you pay for your pride.
You're quite the romantic, Phelps. Stick with the percentages. Broken hearts are for chumps.
You're talking from experience.
I certainly am. Oh, I like women as much as the next guy. As long as they're in their place and doing what they're told.
Nice.
I swear, this town is going straight to hell.
Thank God I didn't park there.
Can you drive to this one?
Do we know where we're going?
He's around here somewhere. A big guy. Neighbors say he always wears basketball shoes and a cream jacket. And get this. The kids around here say he plays the harmonica.
Find the game well and have the commander set up a dragnet. We want the area closed off. We'll take this side of the street.
Hey.
A harmonica playing wrestler. That's a weird one. Think he knits as well?
Just keep your eyes open and your mouth shut. Don't let him bolt on us.
Wilson Reed, LAPD, give yourself up.
O cara não para de correr, mano. Caramba.
Hold
around here somewhere. No place to go unless he grew wings. There he is! Place the son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch really picked a spot for it up here, didn't he? Julia Randall's folks are flying in from New York tomorrow to claim the body. I saw her on the slab. So perfect. Looked like she was made of porcelain. She really made an impression on me.
Julia had that impact on a lot of men.
Christ, it's cold. You guys did good work here today. Roy, I think you should buy your brother officers a drink.
Do you now? That's very generous of you, Lieutenant.
Ok. Vamos pro próximo caso. E tomara que esteja traduzido.
We're being overrun. We have to get off of this hill.
That's one of our 50 cows still firing, Cole. The 22nd are still fighting.
Morreu.
It's over, Cole. Looks like you're one of the lucky ones.
Say goodbye to your friend Hank, Jack.
Nah.
He was your friend too, Cole. Is this how you're going to leave him? Are you wounded?
Not a scratch, Kelso.
Well, get up and get out of that fucking hole! Find a stretcher while you're at it so we can get him out of here.
Who's the senior officer here?
I guess that's you, Cole.
You were up here all night?
Yes, sir.
And your command?
Gone, sir.
Sorry to hear that, son. God damn it, we have beaten these bastards back. It's the beginning of the end, and it was one here. You're a goddamn hero, son. What's your name?
Lieutenant Phelps, sir.
I'm recommending you for the Silver Star and promoting you to First Lieutenant.
Ok. Subir de patente de novo.
Earl Phelps, a shooting at the 111
Eita, traduzida.
6232 Hollywood Boulevard.
Sounds like a homicide beef.
Two of the dead guys caught in the crossfire were carrying Army surplus morphine. Get over there before homicide tramples all over the place.
We already cleared that up.
Judge in Pasadena took the big sleep yesterday. He had a personal stash of 20 cigarettes. Appears we didn't get all of it.
Okay, keep moving.
They weren't even his
mother
prints
boy.
and he still confessed.
Ok.
God damn it. Just can't seem to put this morphine to sleep.
A dead judge. It's not good.
Everyone has their vices. Even you, Phelps.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Hey, can you give me a hand? I got a hard case I need to break. Where's the phone? I didn't want to arrest the kid, so I gave him a dusting to get him to death.
You know the way. You can drive.
Parker and Green are going toe-to-toe for the top job. There's a change in the wind.
About time.
This wind will be like a tornado, Phelps. Parker's got a puritanical streak. You never know we'll get swept up in a thing like that.
Vambora.
Homicide guys are already inside.
Bukowski.
Phelps, back again.
We're here about the morphine.
Over by the bandstand. You can see what's left of the owner, Eddie McGoldrick, 26, former Marine.
I know Eddie McGoldrick. He was a non-com in my old unit.
I'm sorry to hear that, Cole. Waitress said he recently came into some money and bought the club.
Who are the other Vics?
2 musicians, Biddleston and Bowe. And get this, they used to be in a 4-piece, but the trombone player and the drummer OD'd.
Don't tell me. Lamont and Tyree? We've met the rest of the band.
Now they're a no-piece.
Do you mind if we take a look around?
Be my guest. You might want a word with the hostess, too. I'll keep her company until you're ready.
Eita, todo baleado, fi.
Must have pumped a dozen rounds into him. Certainly sends a message.
E tem cigarrinho.
When you're ready to have a civil conversation, we can try again.
We don't find you handsome. At least find you handy.
Ah, só garrafa e cigarro.
Well-maintained, custom case. Someone cared for this instrument. What's that click?
Tem clique aqui. Eita porra.
Neat trick. The case must have cost more than the trumpet. Kept his stash close at hand. We should follow up on the musician angle.
Another day, another dollar.
Aqui não tem nada. Nada.
We have a new source, or is this coming from what's left in circulation?
Outra mão. Nada também na outra mão. Ok.
Dozen packs to a carton. 100 cartons or more. Looks like a couple of months' supply. fired. They haven't been degreased yet. But you could check on the serial numbers.
Is this guy hunting for bear? Look at these things.
They're BARs. You get the odd guy who sneaks one of them home from the war. How did he get 3 of them? Army surplus morphine, Army surplus weapons, Army surplus valors. Sound familiar?
We should get back to the station and check the details of what exactly was lifted from that ship.
Catch all the good ones, Phelps. Ma'am, I'm Detective Phelps, Administrative Vice Squad.
Welcome to the 111 Club, Detective. Feels like I've had half the LAPD in here today already.
Any idea who did the shooting?
No idea. It was my day off. If I had been here, honey, I'd be full of holes just like the others.
Mentiu forte aí.
This place has been on the slide for years. Eddie turns up, buys the club, then we start getting visits from tough guys. Next thing you know, we have the St. Valentine's Day massacre. Are you getting the picture?
Tell us about Eddie.
Eddie didn't know a thing about running a nightclub. He came into some money and waltzed in and bought the place. The previous owner thought all his Christmases had come at once.
Aí tá verdade.
Where do you think he got the money?
My guess was that he was selling the sort of quality product that you don't need to advertise.
Thank you for your help, ma'am.
Eddie was in over his head, but he was a decent boss.
Eita. Tira esse cara aqui.
Bad luck, Eddie. Okinawa couldn't kill you, but knowing the wrong people in this city.
E nada.
They didn't even try to crack the safe.
Okay.
Is somebody gonna tell
You can
me what
drive.
the hell's going on? Where are we going?
Well, you can only drink.
God damn it all, I asked them to hold the mayo.
Nada aqui, né?
Take a break, boys.
We would like them to stay, Miss Lickman. We're making inquiries into the recent deaths of 4 musicians.
Since when have the police cared about dead black men?
Good point. We don't. What we care about is 2 tons of Army surplus morphine showing up on the street. If you care about working in this town, you better give me something on Biddleston and Bow, or their knucklehead buddies Tyree and Lamont.
And this is your idea of making inquiries under Sturmführer?
I told you 1,000 times about speaking that German gibberish at me, Elsa.
Roy, how about you get a drink while I see to this?
Ok.
Will you sit down?
Ele é alemão, caramba.
Why antagonize him, Elsa? You know what he's capable of.
Ask your questions, head officer. You have work to do.
Quais provas eu tenho aqui? Deixa eu ver. Tá.
People are dying of overdoses. If you know anything about it, you need to tell me.
I can't help you.
A lot of cats are into the thing. There's nothing special about your boys.
You can do this the easy way with me, or I can call my partner back over. I can assure you he's a lot less sensitive.
You think your threats frighten me?
Black man don't supply nothing. You think there's a black man in this town holding on to 2 tons of morphine? He'd be dead in a minute. White man supplies, black man buys.
My partner mentioned a couple of names. You recognize them?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't believe you. You knew these men.
And how would you like to prove that, detective? You're out of your...
Ué? Mas o cara te... Ah, mano, pelo amor de Deus, cara.
Boys, take 5 minutes, please. I need to have a private word with the officer. Why do you ask people to risk talking about a subject that could have them jailed?
Drugs are against the law, Elsa.
You're so full of courage, you have never felt ashamed.
This is getting us nowhere.
Do you think you'll win your war against narcotics?
It's not my war. It's against the law. My job is to prosecute the laws of this city.
Do you think you can stop people from needing drugs, detective?
I'm asking the questions here.
Then why do you come to me with your stupid questions? You know who controls the drugs in this city.
It's not enough to just survive, Elsa. You have to try and make the world a better place.
Brave words, and very noble. But words are just words. Phelps.
She's right. We need to pay a visit to the mixer.
Cohen? Do you know where to find him?
This time of day? You'll find him holding court at the Macambo.
He can wait. There's something I need to be sure of. Give me till tomorrow morning.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do, partner.
Mais uma missão de perseguição. Perseguição passiva. Eita, tem um trânsito ali, hein? Alguma hora vai liberar aquele trânsito. Eu não posso me aproximar. Gente, o que aconteceu aí? Ai, ai.
Ben, at risk of losing the trail.
Ok. Aí, tá bom, né? Lá vai.
Gentlemen playing in ballrooms across America.
Eu também ia fazer a mesma coisa, se pá.
LAPD, we're looking for Mayor Cohen. I believe he has lunch here.
There's not going to be any trouble, is there?
Which table?
Number 3, if you'll follow me.
You ought to meet Joe's buddy.
Okay.
Would you recommend the special, miss?
Oh, waitress will be
LAPD.
Steak is
We have some questions
Hi,
regarding...
Mickey. How's it hanging?
Fine. Just fine, Roy. I see you brought Iga Beaver along. Hope he's not going to put the shakes on me again.
Cole Phelps, Mickey Cohen.
Good afternoon.
He has manners. Aren't you a little green for this kid?
Meet Johnny Stompanato, Cole. He has the biggest schlong in Hollywood and the smallest gun. Or maybe that's the other way around. I can never quite remember.
You're a funny guy, Roy. Haven't I always said what a funny guy Roy is? And how much fun it would be to get together with him sometime.
Poor Johnny. He's the dark, sensitive type. He's a serviceman too, Cole. Johnny was at Okinawa.
You were in the crotch?
6th Marines.
The lieutenant who won the Silver Star up on Sugarloaf. I've heard of you.
Something like that.
All right, have we finished flirting? You got something to discuss, Roy? Or are you going to stand around beating the meat while my lunch gets cold?
We have some questions.
Do I need my lawyer?
Grande-chefe do crime organizado, morfina, bilhete de Bloom.
Your brother-in-law, Lenny Finkelstein, was selling stolen morphine. He had 1/3 of the shipment.
Old news, kid. I don't know anything about what Lenny was up to.
Oh, waitress will be with you in a moment, sir.
So I'm supposed to believe that you don't know what happened to the rest of the shipment?
Lenny, God rest his soul, was a moron. He was family, though, and I haven't made a beef about that, so count yourself lucky, kid. The H is a filthy habit, and I don't condone it. The simple solution would be to have all the dope fiends put down.
So you don't know where he got the morphine?
Kid, ask a question you might get an answer to.
We believe there's a link between a group of Marines
Oh, waitress
and the
will be with you
morphine
in a
stolen
moment,
from the
sir.
SS Coolidge. One of those Marines was shot to death in a club last night.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
So you haven't heard anything about what happened at the 111 Club?
What can I say, kid? I'm shocked that in the land of opportunity, Uncle Sam's finest feel the need to resort to crime. It's a dangerous business. I can attest to that. I'd recommend they get out of the life. Quickly.
A few Negroes saying goodbye on the sidewalk will never make the papers, Mickey. But we had a judge in Pasadena say adios the other day. Prominent white people popping their clogs makes everyone nervous.
You know dope has never been my thing, Roy. It's always been for schmendricks like Jack D and Jimmy Utley. But I'll ask around and I'll get back to you. Hey, you boys want some lunch? How about a drink?
We'll take a rain check on that. Come on, Cole, we're leaving.
We have to cut that dope. It looks bad with people dying.
We have to get the rest of it. There's no way of watering down the stuff in those little packages.
Yeah.
Squeeze on those guys and get the rest of it.
They don't seem the type to frighten that easy.
We'll see.
What's going on?
That fucking rat Stoker has gone public about Brenda.
Who is Brenda?
Brenda is L.A.'s most famous madam.
And everyone knows it?
Of course everyone knows. Brenda pays her way.
Are we cops or a collection agency?
Whores have been around since the Bible. Our job is to keep it off the street so Joe Citizen and his wife can stroll around unmolested.
Hey,
You should change the law.
Are you out of your mind? Every politician in America is against prostitution, except when they're using them.
So where does Stoker come in?
He objects to the LAPD and the administration taking its cut.
Is everyone in on this?
Yeah, and that's the problem. From a little acorn does a large tree grow. He could bring the whole thing crashing down on us.
Aren't you supposed to be working the...
Sir, do you know which robbery detectives are working the Army surplus theft from the Coolidge?
Caldwell and McManus? I saw Caldwell in the squad room not long ago if you want to speak to him.
Thank you, sir. We'll do that.
This way.
Soninho.
Harry, you got a minute?
Sure, Cole, anytime.
You've been working the docks robbery on the SS Coolidge?
Yeah, that's right.
So how do you see it?
Inside job. Either the guys working the wharves or some of the guys on the ship.
What else was taken apart from the morphine?
Case of BARs, case of Thompsons, crate of Valor smokes.
Homicide just recovered 3 BARs and a mountain of cigarettes at a shooting at the 111 Club.
No kidding. I better get over there.
Do you have a copy of the manifest?
Yeah. Here it is.
I've been in his
So, how do we connect the docks robbery to the mess at the 111 Club?
Mouthpiece torch strips off
Kelso.
grand jury. Case was thrown out. Now the DA wants my head. I want to make homicide. You know you made it if you can get that desk. I need a drink. I got the goddamn jitters again. Hey, you think those
This is the
vice
crate we
boys
recovered.
on the side? That bum took a swipe at me.
500,000
I put him
cigarettes
down
loose
with
on
my
the streets
sack.
of L.A. Here's our backroom arsenal from the 111 Club. Enough to
I'm thinking
arm
of moving
3
up to a
companies.
45. I want to stop him with
Some of
one.
these guys are from my old unit. They must have finally shipped home. Kelso, Sheldon, McGoldrick.
McGoldrick was on the boat?
Sure, we checked him out.
McGoldrick bought the 111 Club, Harry. His brains are all over the bar.
Looks like whoever stole the dope is getting muscled.
By whom?
Dragner or Cohen. They control the hop.
Detectives, KGPL's going crazy. Shots fired at 1384 North Bronson. Some guy with an automatic spraying a Hollywood bus. They want every car.
Eita.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Can you drive to this one?
All units, officers need help at 1384 North Bronson. 1384 North Bronson, shots fired. Any units to handle identified. Code 3.
Ok. Estamos indo pra lá. Ai. Eu acho que consegui matar ele. Mas caralho, ele atira muito rápido. Aí, eu mal apareço, fi. Ai. Mano, eu mal apareço, cara. Eu já começo a perder vida. Eu espero ele recarregar.
You're clear, go! Stay down.
You got these 2 clicks into the bus. As near
LAPD, drop the gun now.
Matei.
Phone number and restaurant table.
Mais coisa? Essa é a arma, se pá.
It's one of the BARs. I know that guy. Felix Alvaro.
He's one of the guys from the ship?
His name was on the manifest.
Looks like McGoldrick wasn't the only one to get a message.
Hey, Alvaro.
Hey, Lieutenant.
He's just a plain detective now, Chico.
Who's the jughead?
This is my partner, Roy Earl. We just want to find out what happened.
What happened is that someone took a shot at my bus. And then cops turned up and start treating me like I'm some sort of Pachuco punk. My people have been in California for over 300 years.
Very fucking admirable, Felix.
You hear anything about the big heist on the Coolidge?
Yeah, I heard about it.
So what happened?
Not much. The cops came and interviewed me and all the other guys on the ship.
I was down at the 111 Club this morning, waiting for the medical examiner to scrape Eddie McGoldrick's brains off the bar. You want to tell me anything about that?
I heard that Eddie came into some money. Too bad he didn't keep a low profile. It was a tough break to get through Okinawa and then have to buy it back home.
Who's shooting at you, Felix?
How the fuck do I know?
Nah.
Felix, we didn't go through Okinawa to come back to this on our streets.
I've got the LAPD to keep me safe, right? Me and all my people.
We'll be in touch, Felix.
You heard that Jack is in LA?
I saw his name on the manifest.
He's been here a couple of months. Sure glad to see you got over your wound, Lieutenant. I mean, Detective.
Oh, Jack Kelso.
Pretty cool customer.
He's been under fire before.
You buying his story?
Not for a minute.
Officer, please tell me what's going on.
Preciso ligar pra alguém.
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Jack Kelso.
Just a second. Jack Kelso, apartment 4, 1408 North El Centro Avenue, Hollywood.
Thanks for your help.
Agora eu quero ver, mano. Bora.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
All right, where to? How well did you know the owner?
Goldrick? Well enough. He was in my unit.
That's some cruel irony. You survive the war, then get blown to pieces back home.
It happens more than you'd think. Young guys trying to adjust to normal life, getting mixed up in the wrong crowds.
The kid had just bought a nightclub. I'd say he got mixed up in the right crowds.
Until someone filled him full of holes.
You don't come into that kind of money that quickly without pissing a few people off.
Hello, Jack. This is Detective Roy Earl.
Hello, Cole.
We would like a word.
Would you like to come inside?
Actually, we'd prefer if you'd come downtown with us. Do you mind?
Do I have any choice?
No, you don't.
Are you going to tell me what this is all about?
It would be better for all of us if we discussed it at the station.
Bad move, Cole.
No.
How have you been, Jack?
Cut the crap. You pick me up in front of my apartment like a common criminal and then expect small talk? Fuck you.
Caramba.
Do you know that there's a gang war going on in L.A. trying to recover that stolen morphine?
That has nothing to do with me.
I'm sure it would be gripping to hear more of your life story, boys, but the truth is, I don't give a fuck. You were on the boat, Kelso. What happened?
Do you really think a bunch of Marines could muscle in on the dope rackets in this town? Between the Vice Squad and the mob, I hear it's pretty sewn up.
You better watch your mouth.
Did you know that Eddie McGoldrick recently came into money and bought a nightclub?
No, I didn't know that.
Sério? Okay.
And you didn't know that some mobsters blew his brains out last night?
No, I didn't.
You heard that a crate of BARs went missing?
No, I didn't.
É, tá a mesma cara de antes também, pode ser verdade. Não tem nenhuma prova pra usar contra ele.
I saw Felix Alvaro today.
Good. How was he?
A little pale. One of Mickey Cohen's goons had emptied about 60 BAR rounds into the bus he was driving. A public bus, in the middle of Hollywood. Are you going to tell me what's going on? Or do more innocent people have to die?
Yeah, and what's in it for you, Cole? Newspapers? More glory? Another promotion? Another medal at the expense of men who fought for their country? Count me out.
What do you know about the Army surplus robbery from the Coolidge, Jack?
What I know is that on 3 separate occasions, you would have been dead if it weren't for me. I don't know anything about the robbery.
Agora ele tá se mexendo mais. E aí tem mais, né, dúvida.
People are dying because morphine intended to help servicemen is being used on the street. Now we have guys from our old unit being killed by mobsters. We can put 2 and 2 together, Jack.
Gratitude isn't a concept that has much effect on you, is it, Cole?
Answer the question, Jack. Let's get this over with.
I was interviewed when the robbery took place. I don't have anything further to add.
Jack, we just want information.
Bullshit, Cole. Did you seriously believe that dragging me down here would get me to give up my own guys? You call yourself a Marine? Trying to make a name for yourself with this shitheel? Look at this chump with his $200 suit and $2,000 car.
The tough guy act is really impressive. I like you, Jack. I'd like to make you for this. I really would. I'm gonna be working on it and keeping an eye on you. You can go now.
Shooting, Robert Steiner, 6780 West Sunset Boulevard. The victim is a Chris Majowski.
Another name from the manifest?
How many more friends of yours are gonna get plugged today?
Talk about tension. That was like being trapped in an elevator with a married couple who can't decide whether they love each other or hate each other.
We go back a long way.
You went too easy on him. Next time, you leave it to me. I know how to handle that smug son of a bitch.
You don't. Jack will never give up his own men.
Ok.
They just walked up and shot the man. 2 of them officers, they went that way.
Go on, get after him. Jack was a company sergeant. He would never get involved in something like this.
We brace him and drag him downtown.
Won't work. He's a tough customer.
I can't take the shot from here, Cole. Getting close. Steer him off the tar. Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires. Hit him. Clear this asshole off the road. Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
Puta que pariu. Ela utiliza muito, mano. Matei. Eu só entrei ali na frente e acabou. Matei.
LAPD file. We have a traitor in our midst. All
E
the names on the list have a hit team assigned to them. Cohen is meeting with Sheldon tonight.
We need to get to those guys fast, otherwise there'll be no case.
De novo, a mesma serial number.
You're behind the wheel.
Do we know where we're going?
Deixa no correio. Pronto. Deixa no correio primeiro.
They're taking out all the guys from the ship.
Why? How does that get them the dope?
They obviously don't know who has the morphine, and they're waiting for someone to crack.
Morreu.
How long do you think you can hold out?
Acabou. Ele, o cara tá vivo.
Tell Courtney. Bad luck. It was worth a try. It was worth a try.
Ela morreu.
God. Polar Bear Ice Company. You really did it. Wonder whether it was worth it.
Most people never get the chance to be rich. Wouldn't you risk it?
Não. Não tem nada no casaco dele? Ué, não consigo ver o casaco. Aqui nada, caramba. Aqui também nada. Nada aqui. Nada aqui também.
like Sheldon's bringing his own fire team with him. Majewski, Beckett, Goldrick, Driscoll, these are good guys. Why did they get wrapped up in this thing?
Not everyone has your unwavering restraint in the face of temptation, Cole.
Beautiful day. Hope we have no trouble.
This isn't looking good. I feel like the fat kid at the back
Ih, estourou meu pneu.
You sure it's Cohen making the hits? All fingers point his way. Your buddies are in way over their heads. Being a Marine doesn't mean shit out here.
Light them up. All right, let's kill these red bastards.
Keep moving, I'll cover you. On the roof, Cole, nail him. Throw out the guns. Clear me some space here. Find some cover. They're making a run for it after them. Stay in cover.
Acabou.
I'm gonna put out an APB on every one of the sons of bitches on that.
KGPL to car 11K. Car 11 King, come in.
Car 11 King.
11K, go to Hollywood Station. Hey, Courtney Sheldon is at Hollywood Station requesting an interview with Detective Cole Phelps.
Well, I'll be damned.
That's not correct protocol, 11K. I'll take that as a roger.
Car 11 King en route.
Can you drive to this one?
Fine. Where are we headed?
Então, bora com o pneu furado mesmo.
Roy, in my office, if you please.
I'm working a major case. I'm not close, Cap. It's gonna have to wait.
Let Phelps do the interrogation.
But, Cap.
No buts. This is more important.
Okay.
I've been in this job 20 years. I want to make homicide. I mean, you know you've made it if you got that desk.
Sheldon, is this your attorney?
No, detective. This is Dr. Harlan Fontaine. He came down here to help me out.
How do you do, sir?
You stole the morphine from the Coolidge.
You can't prove that.
Let's see if I can try. And what is your relationship to Sheldon, sir?
Tutor, mentor. Mr. Sheldon is a medical student of mine. He has a very bright future.
Oh, that's nice to know. Too bad all of your war buddies won't get to see your graduation. I would have asked Beckett or Majewski or Driscoll about their involvement, but that's difficult, considering they're all dead. That leaves you, Sheldon.
You can't blame their deaths on me, Phelps.
You really think I'm gonna squeal? That's correct. You left at midnight, correct? No, it's the end there.
Intuição, não sei o quê.
This is your automobile, correct?
You're lying, Courtney. The other guys aren't smart enough to attempt something like this. You either give it up, or I go after Jack for it.
And how do you prove that, Cole?
Pega o que ele falou? Yes.
We know about your showdown with Cohen. We found notes on your guys.
Cohen is hitting our old unit. He believes we have the morphine. I told him that we don't have it. And that's the truth. Isn't it, Doc?
I believe Mr. Sheldon. I think he's telling the truth, Detective.
You were on the ship, Sheldon.
Yes, that's correct.
So you had opportunity.
But it doesn't mean that I was involved.
Ele tá sério. Droga.
This is gonna play out, Courtney. It's either gonna be you or
Era pra ser dúvida. Droga.
Jack would never be involved in anything like this.
But you would.
He has already denied any wrongdoing. Have you finished, Detective?
I'm just getting started. You have an answer for everything, Courtney. Let's hope Jack does, because now I'm going after him. Is there anyone you're not prepared to sacrifice?
Jack is not in this. He's a good guy.
You were Jack, Courtney. I don't care who goes to jail. I just want the morphine off the street.
What are you offering, Cole?
Don't be ridiculous, son. This man is gambling.
What's your offer?
Doctor, good to see you.
I'm conducting an investigation.
Upstairs in my office now.
This man is about to confess.
As of now, you're suspended from duty, pending a fitness review.
What are you talking about?
You heard the man, Phelps. Upstairs and face the music like the hero you were. You certainly had us fooled, Detective. Phelps, you're one of my favorite sons. You've broken this old man's heart.
Sir, what is going on here?
You're suspended, Phelps. Hand over your badge and gun.
Don't keep him waiting.
What is going on here?
Your wife's attorney has pictures of you and the German. Compromising pictures, lad.
She's pressing charges. You'll be formally charged with adultery. A criminal cannot serve as an LAPD officer, as I'm sure you're aware.
I don't understand.
How could you do it, lad? Your wife, your children, consorting with the enemy and a dope fiend at that. You're lucky the war is over. You'd be taken out and shot. The department doesn't need this kind of publicity, Phelps. Hand over the gun, keep your head down until your board hearing. I forbid you to make any comments to the press. What the hell were you thinking?
Caramba, foi suspenso?
Marie, listen, Marie, I need to explain.
Please leave. You're upsetting the girls.
Let me see them, Marie. They're my daughters.
Go to her, Cole. You have done enough damage here. Do you want me to call the police?
For God's sake, Marie, can't we at least talk?
What is there to talk about? Do you love her? Do you?
Ah, com a cantora?
What about our children? Can you imagine what this has been like for them?
Cantora aquela alemã?
Hey, Cole. My father has hired an attorney and you will be hearing from him.
I'd like to explain, Marie. I'd like to tell you what I've been going through.
What you've been going through. I have had reporters camped out on the front lawn all morning. can't stand it, Cole.
Alguma conspiração contra ele, cara, certeza. Caralho, que pica. Ah, entendi. Eu entendi. Será que aconteceu isso que eu tô pensando mesmo? Caramba. De novo? Tá bugado o barulho. Bugou o barulho por algum motivo. Caralho, mano.
Okay, everyone, keep it down. Cole Phelps joins the arson squad today. How'd you like pork in that German whore, Phelps? Phelps is up before a review board in December. Until then, he works the arson desk. End of story. Phelps.
Yes, sir.
I don't care what you did or didn't do, Phelps. I hear you're a good case man. But if you fuck up on my detail, I'll have you out of here before your feet touch the ground. Do we have an understanding?
Yes, sir.
Cap, we don't want a fucking rat like Phelps. Can it, Tilden? Phelps, I'm partnering you with Herschel Biggs.
I don't do partners. You know that, Cap.
You do now, Biggs. Social basket cases like you two should get along just fine. Biggs will show you the ropes, Phelps.
This is arson. There are no ropes.
It shouldn't take long, then. Start with these two. House fires. 326 South Kenmore Avenue. Steffen's family was out of town when it happened. Then go to 4414 Rosewood, family by the name of Sawyer. Fire brigade will be on location.
Are they suspicious, Captain?
That's for you to find out, Detective. Now get out of here.
Okay.
Both of you. Get out!
This guy was willing to rat his own mother after I'd sweated him.
Ai, ai. Bom, como tinha prometido, seria até as 8 horas hoje. Ok? Carai, mano. Nossa, que pica. Não sabia que o Phelps seria capaz de fazer isso, mano. Mas enfim, chat. Eu vou indo aqui nessa, beleza? Nos vemos de novo amanhã lá na Twitch, às 8 da noite. Então, pra quem não me segue lá, segue aí. O meu canal da Twitch tá fixado aqui no meu banner do YouTube, né? Tá nas minhas redes sociais aí também. Então é isso, então. Obrigado a todo mundo que ficou até o final. Obrigado a todo mundo que ficou aí, cara. De coração. Nos vemos amanhã, então. Às 8 horas da noite, lá no site Roxinho. E é isso, então. Bom resto de domingo. Boa noite a todo mundo. Bom descanso. Mas sendo segunda-feira pra vocês. É isso aí. Falou. Tchau, tchau.